Today is Sunday, and while many will be celebrating, it's not always a happy day for everyone. The holiday comes with a lot of emotions, sometimes including sadness, disappointment, or even anger associated with losing a loved one or having a strained relationship. One psychologist with UW Health says reframing your view of the day can help you work through the hard feelings.
Don't be surprised if you struggle, could be this year or even in an upcoming year. That's really normal for a lot of people based on what's going on in your life. And I think the biggest thing is to not isolate yourself, but to reach out for support.
Other ways to cope on Mother's Day include being kind to yourself, practicing forgiveness and acceptance, and celebrating in your own way.